guys that do painting, they always do have to sand. And with this stuff, you just sand it right the first time, and you don't have to pull off and put on another one and go and fix what you've the mistakes that you've made. So all of our sanders are brushless motors, which means that they're very quiet. Traditionally old sanders are very, very noisy. Using that for a whole day, it's very irritating. Very low vibration, travelling up your arm. So if guys are working all day long, they find that these are much more comfortable for them to use. And also they're very light, it's super light. Just take off the soft hose connector. Now lead. Just slip the spanner in behind here. Hold the spanner steady. Spin it off. And they're interchangeable. Actually, Deros is the only sander in the world where you can actually change the head sizes. They're both the same weight, 130 grams, which is crucial. So then once it's changed, you've got a 125mm sander. So on the actual the paddles of the sanders, 5.0, 8.0, 3.0 is the orbit in which the actual sander spins. So an 8mm sander in a painting, the decorating space would be good for guys that are stripping weatherboard because it's much more aggressive. It's going to get all the stock off faster. For fine sanding, we would recommend the 5 and the 3. That's for finishing sanding. So the blocks are mainly in 3mm orbits because that's a lot. You find that when you're using this stuff, it's mainly for finishing sanding. These are orbital and these are random orbital. The random orbital literally means that it's at a random spin, whereas these are a fixed rotation. So the first one, I'm going to run the 5mm orbital with a 180 grip.
And we just want to get your attention, guys. That's the integrated hose because of his electric, and it's available in
5.5
5.5
and 10 meters.
And unintegrated, just hose together with electric. What sizes do you have?
4.3 and 10. Yeah. So it's an auto engage. The vac has an auto filter cleaning function and an auto engage. You have to see very quiet. Obviously must through. Super easy to operate. So that was a 5mm with a finishing sander.
So you can really control your brakes?
4,000 up to 10,000 RPM. And again, all of our sanders are brushless motors. That's why they're so quiet. I mean, you do get the vibration when you're holding it. But when it's actually on the surface, it's still very smooth.
Yeah, very good.
One important thing to note, you never need to run it on full speed. Just 10,000 RPM. Pull it back 3 presses, 7,000, that's enough.
And how do you determine if it is 3 or 7?
We actually have an app that you can connect the tool by Bluetooth to an app, and that measures RPMs and also vibration travelling up your arm. If you have a lot of heavy sanding to do, because there is a difference in weight between, say, the finer grit is lighter than the heavier grit, and then if you're doing some stripping, say our heavy duty product, that's even heavier again. So if you can imagine the weight is going to be different when those are attached to when that's attached. Slight difference in weight. So if you want to tune out the vibration, the sanders all come with these little packs, these little nuts, screws, and you would just insert an extra screw and the actual nut. So that into there, and that tiny bit of extra weight will tune out the vibration. So for wall gyprocking and wall sanding preparation, the Merca Leros. It's the first wall sander in the world that has a pivoting head and also a 5mm random orbit, which allows you to get up even higher. If you imagine the cathedral ceilings. But what it allows you to do is that instead of the fixed rotary sander of the past, you don't have to move your body and go all the way down flat to the ground. See that? So yeah, that's a game changer in terms of wall sanders. And with the level 5 random orb, you can achieve a level 5 surface preparation. That's the terms that plasterers and painters use, and generally they'll inspect the surface under critical light. They're looking for scratch pattern. With this stuff, level 5, there's no scratch pattern at all. It's ultra smooth.
So we have two different types of vacuum cleaners, which is the bigger one. It's a self cleaning, which is it just vibrates. And
14 kilograms.
Yep.
Yeah. So for the larger crews, the 1025 is a light portable one that's only 7 kilos. So good for guys, maybe single operators who don't have a lot of room in their van. So we have two different styles of net. One is we have the Abranet Ace, which is a ceramic grain. The straight up Abranet version of this is aluminium oxide. And then we have a new multi-hole iridium, which is even better again. So it lasts a lot longer.
Gareth's going to run through this difference with the sandpaper, which is pretty important.
Yeah. Okay, so back in the day, Merca's first product range was the Abranet. The Abranet, you've probably seen it out there in the marketplace. The grains were aluminium oxide. That was the first run of papers of abrasives that Merca offered the marketplace. As time and technology moved on, Merca released Abranet Ace, which looks the same, but performs quite differently, as the grains on the net are not aluminium oxide, they're ceramic. And as everyone knows, the ceramic grains tend to last a lot longer than aluminium oxide, particularly on heavy duty work. And the next step up from that as well is that they realised they needed an even heavier duty ceramic net for, say, paint stripping. So they invented the Abranet Ace HD, which is heavy duty range, from 40 to 120 grit, and that is designed for heavy stock removal. So if you're stripping and repainting an old weatherboard house, this is the stuff, and you want to combine it with the more aggressive 8mm. Time moves on, and we've just released a new multi-hole paper where the grains are printed onto the actual papers themselves. Ceramic as well, the Iridium product. Very, very good performer, particularly on solid surfaces. So that's proven to be very popular in the market as well. It starts at 40.
40?
Yeah, heavy duty, and goes all the way up to, for you guys, it goes up to 320.
320.
Yeah.
And which sizes are commonly used?
Mainly the 150mm discs. Yeah.
The power lead is different, but the socket exactly the same.
Yeah, and if guys have already got Festool setups, this is plugged straight on. They're designed to plug straight onto a Festool setup, so they can just plug the sander.
And which one would you recommend more for Windows? Probably this one.
Yeah, the Delta. They both track well. You know, I mean, these are kind of, you still get that edge if you want.
Yeah.
Into that corner, sure. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it really does come down to what the customer prefers. Tool, just the warranty covers the tool. The VAC has a different warranty because it's a brushed tool. 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brushless, 3 years if you register the tool. Turn it on here. Generally speaking, the way that it's designed, an ergonomic hand grip. So you can sort of draw that and hold it. Okay.
It's light. It's one of the lightest on the market. It's less vibrating again in the market.
Yeah. And the lowest decibel noise.
It's the quietest again on the market. It's quieter than Festool.
Definitely. Yes.
And it's all brushless, and this brushless as well.
Brushless as well. That's right. And if you guys need any on-site demonstrations, then we're happy to come to you.
Great. Yeah, that's for all trade painters. Please, call us direct anytime, and you're going to have a service from Paris in New South Wales, and also we covered Victoria and Queensland, and all the states.
Correct.
Look, thank you. I think it's great. So far, so good.
Cheers.